Okie doke.
Better? What is the name of the current rule?
Have you guys started yet?
I haven't. I'm opening up the Excel sheets.
Yeah, me too. Now, which Excel sheet are you using of the ones we have?
No. There is a listener on the quiz. That is the chapter 12 data. Or 1 and B.
1 second.
Into the B.
Okay. Okay.
So that is question 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's where we
Value of
start.
the statistic.
So we have to open up our quantitative.
Now we have, suppose we have a set of pair data in let D, X after and minus X before. The null hypothesis is mu D equals 0. The alternative hypothesis is mu D not equal to 0. And the population standard deviation is not known. Jordan collects a sample size of 9 and computes the bar 2.2 and standard deviation 3.3. was total.
Okay. Have you guys gotten an answer for it?
I'm working on it here.
I got number 2.
Okay, 2.
You guys got 2?
Yeah.
Do you mind running over real quick how you got it?
Yeah, so you use the test statistic formula, which is the x minus mu divided by s divided by the square root of n. So you just would do 2.2 minus 0
Oh, this is like
divided.
from a way back when. Okay,
Yeah.
that's one.
Yeah, this was lesson 11.
Okay, yeah, that works now. We're good.
Cool.
Number
4
4.
says the probability of obtaining a test statistic greater than Jordan's test statistic is 0.0403. Use this probability to determine the p-value for Jordan's hypothesis test.
So we just put that score in our applet and then go what's greater, right?
Yeah.
I believe, anyways.
Would we use the normal probability one, or would we use the t
Is it T?
probabilities?
Yeah, the T probability.
Okay. And we don't know the degrees of freedom, right?
No, we do not.
We
Do we?
have it. Yeah, and the information in the beginning there is the data.
Oh, that's right. So the degrees of freedom is 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. So do we shade the right side?
Yeah, it'd be greater than, I
Yeah.
believe.
So is the area 0.4845?
That's what I got. Did you get Lucy?
No, yeah.
So it's going to be 0.485, right?
Yeah, because you round up.
Yeah.
How much did you get?
0.485.
So I don't know. And the T-score you wrote 0.40,
Yeah.
and I got 4.84.
But you have to round up.
Yeah, but I have 4.844.
Or 4.
Uh-huh.
For the T-score, is it um doing 0.040? Oh, weird. I just got 0.48442.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So how'd you do that then? Because obviously I did it wrong. Because I got 0.484 like original, but after rounding, 485.
It's just that the T-score you have to write 0.0403. We got at 0.040.
That's weird. Yeah.
I was watching the video that the instructor did, and
Uh-huh.
they got an answer of 8. It was 0.08. So they wrote and the T score they put the number 2
Mhm.
with 8 as the DF, and they got the answer.
Huh.
But they shaped the two sides.
Um.
But I don't know why.
But for this
It
one, you
says
just shade the right side, right?
it's asking for the greater than Jordan,
Yeah.
which is 0.43. We will see.
Okay. Cool.
Hey
So
Pamela, I got a
number
question.
5. Yeah.
Instead of me asking you questions like every every minute, do you want to just share your screen so I can see how you're doing it?
Yeah.
Granted, you don't care.
No, that's fine.
So, chapter 1.
Can you see that?
Yep, I can.
Okay. Awesome. Okay.
I wish I had 2 monitors. That would be so nice.
So question 5. Use the data file to answer the next 6 questions. Perform a paired samples t-test in SPSS. Be sure that the test does group 1 minus group 2. Use the null hypothesis of null equals 0 and alternative hypothesis of not equal 0 and level of significance of 10 or 0.10. What is a test statistic? So for this one, would we just have to see that.
We have to copy and paste the data from chapter 12 data A1.
Yeah.
Just into our 2-sample t-test Excel sheet, right?
Yeah. To the pair sample test.
So is this one just the T? That
Yeah.
one?
Mm-hmm. Or 7.
Okay, so are we on number 6 now?
Yeah.
Have a confidence level, like assume it's a confidence level of 0.95.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
going to ask that. What do we assume on that?
That doesn't change anything until they ask for the confidence interval.
Oh,
For the
Oh, so
confidence interval, they
regardless.
normally they give you if there is a 95 or 90%.
okay.
So the p-value is 0.689 then, right?
Yeah.
What did you got for the p-value?
0.689.
Okay.
Okay. Is that what you got too, Lucy?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. What's the correct decision based on this evidence?
So I think I'm confused when it comes to fail to reject and then reject, like, which one's which?
It all depends and the level of significance they give you, or you are testing. Like it says in there is 0.10,
Mm-hmm.
or when it give you 0.05. So you have to look at your p-value, and depends how high is your p-value. If it's higher than the level of significance, you reject it. But if it's lower, uh,
Yeah, 1 second.
if it's
So
greater, you're
So in this instance, our p-value is 0.68, so it's higher than 0.10, right? So
So we would reject the null?
not fail.
yeah, fail.
Oh, we would
So we
fail
would fail to reject it.
because it's higher.
Yeah.
So it's fail to reject if the p-value is higher than what we're given, and then it's reject if it's not. Okay.
So are we on question 8?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. Suppose your alternative hypothesis is instead that. What is the correct decision based on this evidence?
I don't know where my tape is. Oh, another 45 minutes. Yeah, we can. Check my desk over there. And see if there's any tape in there. Yeah. Sorry, we're on question 8 still, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Greater than 0.
So if we change this to greater than,
Yeah. So like, just like suppose the alternative hypothesis is greater than 0, or the mean is greater than 0.
so would it be we have sufficient evidence that the mean of the difference is greater than 0? Like, is all it's asking us is to change the drop-down box to greater than, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the mean, the difference is, the mean is still 31.025, so isn't that still greater than 0? I don't know.
Yes.
Maybe I'm out to lunch. I don't know. This stuff's confusing. Here, 1 second. I just got to take a phone call real quick. I'll be in 1 minute.
Do you understand how to determine this, Lucy?
It's sometimes a little confused. But if you see the p-value now
Uh-huh.
changed, it decreased, but it still is
Yeah.
higher than point 10. So think is we have sufficient evidence that the mean of
Okay.
difference is greater than 0.
Okay. So for that, you would have to look at the p-value to determine whether it's sufficient or insufficient.
It's like if
Yeah.
you reject it or no. Like if you
Okay.
use it now, you have the p-value still greater than 10. So you can say that you fail to reject it because it's
Uh-huh.
greater than point 10. And why is that you fail to reject it? So it's because we have evidence that the mean difference is equal to 0 or is greater than 0.
Okay. Okay. I think I understand it a little bit more. Thank you.
Hmm? I don't know if I'm wrong, but when it says we have insufficient evidence to the mean of the differences is greater than 0. Um, I don't know.
I don't know. That's the part that confuses me the most.
Mm-hmm.
Is like determining whether we have sufficient or insufficient. But I mean, I think I just have to look it up and research it a little bit more
Mm-hmm.
to understand it.
Yeah, because when you are asked if you fail and then write it in English sentence or word or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You said we reject the null, or we have insufficient evidence. That's why we reject it. But I don't know. It's kind of confused. Sometimes I get it, and then I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
When we have sufficient evidence and when we don't.
That's what I'm confused about. Like, I don't really understand that part of it.
Yeah, we should ask.
So on question 9, we're still doing a paired sample t-test, right?
So we were discussing a little bit about question 8.
Yeah, like I don't know, like other than you look at the values and just assume that that's still greater than 0 because it's in, I don't know. Because you're just looking at the difference like underneath the mean column, correct?
I don't know. Let's look if the p-value is greater than the difference, the level of significance. But I don't know when it says that we have insufficient evidence or we have sufficient evidence. When we have, when we don't have.
Here, 1 second. Let me see if I can. Mm-hmm. So it looks like is insufficient evidence tied to the whether we fail to reject or reject the hypothesis?
Yeah.
Because in this example I looked up, it says because the p-value is 0.055 greater than the significance level, um, equals 0.05, we barely fail to reject the null hypothesis. Again, we would say there is insufficient evidence at that level to conclude that the sample portion differs significantly from 0.9.
So number 8 is the second one.
I don't know. It's one of those two. Frick.
Well, I'll take the second one.
You think it's the second one? I'll just go with the second one. I guess we learn if it's not that one.
Yeah.
So question 9.
Which is greater, N or DF?
It'd be n, right?
Yeah.
Because the sample number is larger than it in the spreadsheet.
DF is
And is the p-value 0.001?
Yeah, that's what I got. So for this one, we would reject the null hypothesis.
Yeah, because it's greater, correct? Or no, because it's less. We reject.
Because it's,
Yeah.
less than the...
Yep. Sorry, I mixed those two up way too much. Yeah, you're right. Reject.
Okay.
So
It decreased, right?
Yeah.
And so at that point, we reject again, right?
I would think so.
Because it's not like it's increasing the p-value higher.
Yeah, no. What do you think, Lucy? Is that correct? Do we reject again?
yeah.
Yeah.
See, and here's that question again.
So on the beginning, the information says that if the null hypothesis says that it's equal to 0, but we saw already that is less than that. It's less than the...
Alexa, stop.
So based on that, do we reject the null?
Yeah. Difference. I don't know.
So for number 14, would it be the third one? We have sufficient evidence that there is a mean difference between the two groups.
I think so.
Yeah. I mean, we do have evidence of it.
So A then? Oh no, C.
Yeah, C.
Yeah, sorry, I misread that.
And 15. As we have seen, the p-value depends on the alternative hypothesis in general. Which alternative hypothesis will give the smallest p-value?
The greater than, right?
That's what I was looking at, yeah.
Because at greater than, you're at 0.006, and the next one up would be not equal to, but that's 0.001.
Mm-hmm.
So okay.
So 16 says, what's the point estimate for this 95% confidence interval?
And which type of test do we run? Do we return it back to its old test? Like we put it back at not equal to, or do we? No, we put it back at greater. I guess that doesn't. Does it affect it?
Yeah. What's point estimate?
Is that the t-value?
I don't know.
Oh, sorry, I'm thinking of something else. Never mind.
Let's see.
Yeah, I think it's
No, here it says a point estimate of a population parameter is a single value used to estimate the population parameter. For example, what is going on? The sample mean is a point estimate for the population mean.
Oh, okay.
So would it be it's the mean?
Are we supposed to leave our type of test at a certain one? It really just changes the p-value, but I'm just wondering if that matters.
I don't know. So I'm assuming if point estimate is talking about the mean, then it doesn't really matter what type of test it is.
Yeah.
So would it be 11.955?
Yeah, if we're taking the difference, that would be it.
Is that what you got, Lucy?
how much did you got?
11.955.
Hmm.
Okay, so are we on number 17 now?
Yep.
Margin of error, yeah. So we did put 11.955 for that one,
Yeah.
as it says in the Excel sheet. Okay.
What is the margin of error? Question 17.
Mm-hmm. Do we calculate that, or is that just given to us? Is that the standard error of the mean?
Yeah,
No,
that's what I'm wondering. Is it 3.199?
we have to calculate that.
I'll have to calculate it.
Yeah.
Okay.
The standard error of the mean is just the square root of the standard deviation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the standard deviation divided the square root of.
Yeah, you're right. So then we would take the t and then divide it by the standard error of the mean.
Mm-hmm. It's the t times the standard error of the mean.
Right.
So 3.737 times 3.199. So 11.955.
953. I got 9.
I got 955.
Lucy, how'd you get 3?
The whole number is 11.9534377. It's what I got.
Did you multiply 3.737 by 3.199?
37. No, 0.7.
So how'd you get that number then?
I did 3.737, which is a t.
Yep.
Times 3.199.
And you got some... Man, what is going on?
Well, I keep getting 11.9545.
Okay, what do you have in the standard error of the mean?
3.199.
3.199.
Uh-huh.
What
So
I got also.
So how are we getting different different numbers?
okay, so this is what I'm doing. So I'm just
Okay, I got enough.
that times that.
I got 11.955.
Okay.
Right? I don't know what happened here.
So 11.955 is what we're putting for the question 17.
Yep.
And the lower bound and the upper bound, is that speaking about the confidence interval?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So those are given to us right there then, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So 5.303 and 18.607.
Yes. Okay, cool. Are we ready to submit?
Yeah, like the only ones I'm unsure about are the sufficient evidence ones. But
Yeah.
I guess we'll find out.
We got 17 out of 20.
I wish it would tell us which ones we didn't do right.
The margin of error was bad.
No, which were the correct answers? So we got the sufficient evidence ones both right. But we got 15, 17, 15, 17, and 4 wrong.
Yeah.
Which I don't know what we did wrong with 4. 15, I don't know how we got 15 wrong because when you toyed with the drop-down menu, the smallest p-value gave from the greater sign.
So what is the margin of error now then?
So the margin of error is obviously not what we did.
Um. Oh
Mm-mm.
no. I don't know what the. Because we didn't learn any new formulas for this lesson.
No.
Maybe the t value has to be um, for the margin of error. Maybe the t value has to be with the three decimals. Because if we take it like from the spreadsheet already, they
Mm-hmm.
give us the answer you had first. And I saw a video that they were asking a lot about that, and he just typed the number that it appears. He didn't take it from that. I mean, the whole thing that is inside. He just typed it like a 3.737 with all the rest of numbers that is in the cell. So maybe that's just the difference because it's 11955 or 54. If you
Yeah.
add more decimals to the t-value, it would give it more numbers like 3.73735, and
Uh-huh.
that makes to have 11955. But if you just type the answer that is already there just with the three decimals, it gives 954. Maybe it's just that difference. It's not a big one, but it gets a wrong answer.
Yeah. But I mean, either way, we would have to round it, and it rounds up to 955.
Uh,
Or would we just leave it with 954?
Maybe. Because if you just type the 3.737, it gives you 11, 9, 5, 3, 4. So you don't round it. So you just have 953 instead of 955. If you just type the t value as a 3737.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just a tiny difference. If you just do equals the t value times the standard error of the mean, you're gonna have the 955.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that is a different. It wasn't the homework also, and I just did I just took the t value. I didn't went to just the salt. So maybe that is why I think I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said in the number 4, I was watching the video also, and what he did was say the two tails, and there it is the explanation why he did that, but I don't remember now why he did that. He shaded two tails. He typed in the t value. he typed the number 2 that we have on the answer in the previous question, and he typed 8 as a DF, and he got double of this answer we have.
So then 0.9688.
He got 0.080. I think they were asking about it because they also had problems with it, but they have 0.081 because they rounded. The next one is 5. They rounded and they got wrong, and he said that doesn't run didn't run. They shouldn't run it with 5. So,
Mhm.
but it's the last screencast he posted. So if you have chance just to see it and understand a little bit more about it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So do you guys want to try this again, or are we good?
I'm okay with 85 unless you guys want to go for higher.
I'm good with it too. What about you,
Okay,
Lucy?
I can do it myself.
Okay.
I just want to make sure if the ones we have wrong to
Yeah.
fix it in to make it easier for the test. But yeah, I
Mhm.
can do it.
Okay. Cool. Then I'll